Good morning, students. Now we will talk about France, how they abolished monarchy from the system of constitutional monarchy and France become a republic. When they started the system of constitutional monarchy, the people of France were busy in preparing all the systems, but at the same time the king Louis XVI, although he signed a treaty with the people and accepted the constitution, what he do? He went into secret negotiation with the king of Persia, rulers of other neighboring countries. Why? Because they all were worried by the developments in France. They were very much scared by what happened in France, because they were having the thoughts that that would be done with themselves also. So what they done? They made a plan to send troops to put down the events that had been taking place. So they planned to send their troops, their army, to France to stop people from doing whatever the developments are there. Since the summer of 1789, and they planned to do all these things in summer of 1789, that we should wait till the summers of 1789. Then at that time, what we do, we send our troops to France, and they will stop people from doing all the revolutions. Before this could happen, the National Assembly voted in April 1792 to declare war against Persia and Austria. Now in 1789 they planned to send the troops, but before they sent their troops, what happened in France, that the National Assembly, because they were having the information that these kings were going to start a war against France, what they done? They declared war against Persia and Austria, and this was the war by people. So many of the volunteers from the countryside, from the provinces, came there as mob to join the army. What they call it? They call it a war of the people. What they call it? They call it a war of people against kings and atrocities all over the Europe. So they give it a very big shape by declaring it a war against the kings, and as all the atrocities were done by the kings of Europe. Among the patriotic song, this song was the Marseillaise, which was composed by poet Roger de Lisle. It was sung for the first time by volunteers from Marseille as they marched into Paris, and so got its name. The Marseillaise is now the national anthem of France. These all conditions were taking place in France. The people, they were busy in revolution. They were busy in war against the kings of Europe, because they want to end the atrocities which were being done with them. What was the effect of these steps? All these steps brought losses and economic difficulties to the people. Why? Because men were busy in fighting wars against the kings of different countries like Persia, like Europe and other countries, and the women were there at home. So now it is their duty to earn the living and to look after the family, because the men, they were busy in the wars and they were not getting salary from there because it was a people's war. It was not the war from government side. So they were not getting salaries, they were not getting any kind of money, but they were there to protect their country, protect their democracy, and the job of earning money was left there with the women. The women were busy with the family as to earn the living and to look after the family. Now, because many of the men, most of the men were busy in wars, they were convinced that revolution had to be carried further, as the Constitution of 1971 gave political rights only to the richer section, because the constitution which they adopted had given rights only to the richer section of society. So what the revolutionaries thought, that they should continue the revolution because the rights should be given to everyone in the society. For that, what happened, now political clubs that become very important, because the government policies and plans should be discussed with each other, and these can be discussed only if people gather at a place and they talk. So it was done in the political clubs. These clubs were formed in whole France at different places. People started sitting there and discussed. The most of these clubs was that of the Jacobins, and among these clubs, the most successful clubs was the Jacobins. Now, how these got the name? These got the name from a saint, the name Saint Jacob. Saint Jacob started the club in France, and that was spread whole in the Paris. He started in Paris and it was spread in whole France. These club, because it was started by Jacob, so these were got the name Jacobins. Women too, who had been active throughout this period, formed their own clubs. In these type of Jacobin club, men were allowed. Women, they had their separate clubs, and they also discussed all the things, and their primary objective was to give rights to each and everyone. Who were the members of these Jacobin clubs? They were from the less prosperous section of society. Why? Because they were not given the rights in the Constitution of 1791. Who were the part of these? Like small shopkeepers, artisans, just like shoemaker, pastry cooks, watchmakers, printers, servants, daily wage workers. These were the part of these Jacobin club. The leader was Maximilien Robespierre. Of these Jacobins, the leader was Maximilien Robespierre. A large group among the Jacobins decided to start wearing long striped trousers similar to those worn by dock workers. Now, as a sign of unity, what they decided? They decided to wear long striped trousers. The trouser which have stripes on it, like the dock workers. This was to set themselves apart from the fashionable section of society, especially nobles, who wore knee breeches. The richer section of society, which were the nobles, they were wearing knee breeches. So Jacobins started wearing the trousers so that they can be separated from them, and they can show that they are the Jacobins. It was a way of proclaiming the end of the power wielded by the wearers of knee breeches. The another meaning of wearing the white trousers, the striped trousers, was that to proclaim that the end of the power of wearing knee breeches is end. Now all the Jacobians, they were came to be known as sans culottes. What was the meaning of this word? It meant those without knee breeches, because they do not wear knee breeches. Sans culottes men wore, in addition, the red cap that symbolized liberty. Women, however, not allowed to do so, because in France the women were having the second category of citizens. So the men of the Jacobians, they started wearing the red cap with their trouser, and because of the red striped trouser, they got the name sans culottes, that means those without knee breeches. In the summer of 1792, the Jacobians planned an insertion of a large number of Parisians who were angered by the short supply and high prices of food. In 1792, these Jacobians, they planned to go to Paris and to anger the people of Paris, because the people of Paris, who were already angered by the short supply of and high price of food, to provoke them to start the revolution. On the morning of August 10, they stormed in the palace of the Tuileries and massacred the king's guards and held the king himself as hostage for several hours. Later, the assembly voted to imprison the royal family. Elections were held. From now on, all the men of the 21 years of age above, regardless of wealth, got the right to vote. What they done? They went into the palace. They killed king's guard and made the king hostage and demanded that everyone should get voting right. Every man who is about 21 years of age should get the voting right without the consideration of wealth. They should get the voting right. So this has happened, and the election took place at that time on August. And what happened then? That there is no hereditary monarchy. It means there should be no monarchy. What was that next demand? That there should be no monarchy, and the country should be called as should become a republic. After, when all the demands of them were accepted by the National Assembly, Louis XVI was sentenced to death by a court on the charge of treason, because he has gone to the treaty with Prussia and Austria to start a war against the France. So he was convicted for the charge of treason and was executed at the Place de la Condera. The Queen Marie Antoinette met with the same fate shortly after, and after a few days the Queen Marie Antoinette was also killed by the government as the punishment for the treason. After that, the election took place, and after election a new government came there which declared the France as a republic. This government was called the Regime of Terror. The period of 1793 to 94, it is referred to as Regime of Terror. Robespierre followed by a policy of several severe control and punishment. All those whom he saw as being enemies of the Republic Ex-nobles and clergy, members of the other political parties, even members of his own party who did not agree with this method were arrested, imprisoned, and then tried by a revolutionary tribunal. What he done? The Robespierre, who became president of France in 1793, he ruled there for 2 years, 1793 to 1793 and 94. But what he done? In the tenure of his, he followed a policy of severe control. It means control on everyone and to give punishments. He was very scared of the ex-nobles and clergy members because he has a thought that anytime they can go against him. At the same time, the member of other political parties and even the members of his party who he thought that they are working against him, they arrested all those to take them to the court, which was a revolutionary tribunal, and they all were declared guilty. And after that they were declared guilty, they were guillotine. The guillotine is a device containing 2 poles and a blade with which a person is beheaded. All them were beheaded. The head was cut down by the machine that is called the guillotine, and this process is called the guillotine. The guillotine was a machine. It contained 2 poles and a blade which joined both the poles. With the help of that blade, they beheaded a person. It was named after Dr. Guillotine, who invented it. Robespierre's government issued laws placing a maximum ceiling on wages and prices. What he done in his tenure? He sealed the wages and prices, that the maximum wages and maximum prices were fixed by the government. Meat and bread were rationed. These were given by the government. Peasants were forced to transport their grains to the cities and sell it at prices fixed by the government. All the farmers were also forced to sell their product on the fixed prices fixed by the government in the cities. The use of more expensive white flour was forbidden. All citizens were required to eat the equality bread, a loaf made by whole wheat. Everyone, either the poor or the rich, everyone should eat the same kind of food, that is the loaf made of whole wheat. That was called the equality food. Equality was also sought to be practiced through the forms of speech, address, and everyone should be given should practice equality while talking in speech and in other tradition also. Just like instead of traditional messieurs and madam, everyone should say all French men and women. They were called the citizen, citoyen and citoyenne. In place of sir or madam, everyone was called the citizen. For men it was citoyen, and the women it was citoyenne. Churches were shut down and their buildings converted into barracks or offices. All the churches were shut down and the buildings that were announced as the barrack or the offices. Robespierre pursued his policies to relentlessly eat that even his supporters began to demand moderations. Because he was very strict with his policies, he formed the policies in such a way that everyone was very much depressed with his government, so his supporters also began to demand moderations. Finally, he was convicted by a court in July 1794, arrested, and on the next day sent to guillotine. After the death of Robespierre, the doctrine rule came in France. How it came and how it works, we will study that in next time when we meet. Thank you.